Hello and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot YouTube channel. So today we have another interactive tarot that will be for the week from today, Monday, May 28th, until Sunday, April 4th, right? So this is an interactive tarot where you choose either one fairy, the pink, the blue, or the yellow, or one of these decks, the one that resonates more with you. And then we look at the beginning of your week, the middle of your week, and the weekend. Now, please remember this is a general reading, and so take what resonates. And also, if you watch this video in the future or at any other time, remember that you got here for a reason. So maybe there is a message that you need to hear at this time. All right, so let's just get started. And please remember that if you, once I go through the readings, if you have more questions about your specific concern or what you're going through at this time, I offer private online sessions that can be done either via video call or by phone, or we can even do a chat session, and we can look at the specific what's going on with your situation. The way I approach tarot is a mix of predictive and prescriptive, right? So we look at the energies that are at play, and then we combine that with coaching to see the steps that you could take to get the results you want, to manifest the life you want, and to create, right? Because the best future, like the saying goes, is the one that you create. So, all right. So, again, contact me for a private session. Please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. This is very helpful to me. And let's get started. So, we connect through the breath. The breath is the life energy. And so I want you to take 3 deep breaths, right? We're going to inhale through the nose, hold it at the top, and then exhale through the mouth. The exhale needs to be longer than the inhale, and it's as if you were blowing birthday candles, all right? So let's get started. Let's inhale, hold, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, hold, exhale. And the last time, inhale, hold at the top, and exhale. Now that we are grounded and centered, I want you to pick one of these fairies, one of these decks, the one that calls more to you. Ready? All right. So let's get started with the pink fairy. All right. And we are going to look at the beginning of your week, the middle of your week, and the weekend, right? So let's do a little prayer and connect with the deck and see what energies are at play and what guidance do the cards give us. All right, so we have this will be the beginning of your week. And 2 for the middle of the week. And then the weekend. All right. So let's see the beginning of the week. This is Monday to Wednesday, and we have the Three of Cups and the Star, right? So the energies at play this week for you are everything that's about cooperation, right? And leaning on people that love you, leaning on those that care about you. And pretty much the message is don't try to go through life alone at this time, right? So um, look around for those that support you, that support your projects, that support your dreams and things that you want and how they care for you. So lean on them. And these are the energies at play. So it's telling you, you do have people, even if we live in a time when we are all a little disconnected from one another between working long hours, a lot of us working remote, and seeing things that go on in the world. We try to retrieve like the hermit, right? And this is telling you, no, it's time, more at the beginning of this week, try to connect with others. So if you have people that you love and that you know that care about you, reach out to them. And if you've been feeling alone, or if you think, hey, I don't have that many people around me, these cards are telling you, go and see, think about, I think the question would be, think about people that you really cared for in the past that you've lost touch with, and see who comes up in your thoughts and say, hey, maybe I should reach out and say, and reach out. Really, it's as easy as that. And maybe even sometimes sending a message saying, hi, you've been on my thoughts. How are you? So making these connections, right? So these are the energies that are at play that are telling you make connections, right? And the star is telling you that the steps also to take for this. It's because this is when we follow our star, we follow like what we're called on. And this is telling you, you know what, the people that are there for you, or the people that you need to reach out, or those when I'm telling you these words and images or thoughts about a certain someone come to you, it's because you're being called to do so at this time. So it's saying, hey, you have a message here that it's telling you, connect with others, connect with people that love you, or with this person that's on your mind right now, right? And the other thing that the star is guiding you to is, remember, humans, we are, no matter how much we've been hurt and we say we want to do life alone or anything like this, we are a species that needs one another, and connection is actually healthy for us. So therefore, if you find yourself right now very disconnected from others, it's maybe time that you also either join a class or join an online community or volunteer for something, but start finding your tribe, right? It's important, and it will make life, if you choose the right people, like your spirit tribe, your soul friends, your people, it will make life better for you, and it will enhance it. So this is what you're being called to at the beginning of the week. And now let's look at the middle of the week. That would be Wednesday and Thursday, right? And what do we have? Oh, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, right? So you're here getting major arcana cards that say, hey, these are major things here to focus on. So what the Queen of Pentacles tells you about the energies at play, or what you need to know for the middle of the week, right? So what do you know about this queen? So this is feminine energy, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean like a woman or a female, but it's like that feminine energy, right? And feminine energy is the nurturing, loving, and creative energy that we have. And this the queen, exactly, that's pentacles, that it's the earth element, and she's very grounded, right? She's calm, she's grounded, she's practical. She's some one of those people that um, make you feel like everything will always be all right, because she's so practical and time seems to go slowly around them, right? So, what these energies mean for you is to approach the middle of your week as if this embodying this queen, or as if this queen was giving you advice. So it's telling you, stay grounded, keep your focus on the things that you want, the things that you find important, the things that you need to materialize. Or the material aspects of your life, right? So keep your focus, and also have that, embody that female energy of nurturing those things, right? So approach the middle of the week like this Queen of Pentacles. And, a good step to take, as I said, this Queen kind of like is about slowing down too. So, and one step that it's important to take when embodying also this Queen or this energy or working with it is like the Hanged Man. So, what the Hanged Man tells you, it's time to pause, and reflect and look at things from another perspective, and just so the middle of the week, it's not a time for action. That's pretty much the main message, right? So stay grounded emotionally, focus on the things that are important, the things that are practical, but it's not a time for action, but it's a time for observation, for looking at things that are your concern right now, or that you have in your mind. Uh, Kind of like looking at them from another perspective, right? So, kind of challenging that. So, that's what's going on in the middle of the week, right? And now we're going to look at from Friday to Sunday. So, like the end of the week and the weekend. So, here you have, the Seven of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So here the energy or completely shifts, right? And it's telling you here was all about no action, observing. And here the energy completely shifts, right? And you see him, he's kind of defending himself or standing his ground, right? And it's saying, hey, this may be a time for you to make sure you know what you stand for, right? So know what you value. What are your values? What are the things that you are passionate about, you care about a lot? Once fire element, so it's passion. It's a strong element, and it's telling you, this is the time to evaluate that. So evaluate what do I care about? What are my values? What do I stand for? And really say, I am not going to be a wishy-washy here and to please others, but I'm going to stand for something, and this is what I believe in, right? So this is important, and if there may be a situation either with relationships with others, or something at work, or in or also your personal life. And this is telling you it's time to examine what you stand for, and actually defend that. And this is also because by doing that, you know, you're gonna be able, like when we examine who we are, right? We do that you know, self-awareness practice, and we stand for something, and for our values. What we are being presented with something that's maybe a new idea, or maybe the solution of whatever is our concern. But I don't know if let's put it this way: if there is something that you've been thinking, how do I move forward from this? Or what is the best choice? Or, what's the solution for this? But because, you have a person that's always people pleasing and everything. So that clarity doesn't come, right? Because if you try to please everybody else, if you try to do things based on what others stand for, you don't get that clarity. But this is saying once you examine yourself and you stand for something, then you get that clarity and you get presented with these ideas and things and that tell you how to move forward, right? So this is the main energies for the week. At the beginning of the week, we have connect with others. The middle of the week, stay grounded, change your perspective. And at the end of the weekend, the week or the weekend, it's stand your ground, right? Stand your ground, practice knowing what your values or what you stand for in this world. So I hope you like the reading. Again, remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And also send me a DM or contact me via email, phone, my website to schedule a private session so we can really investigate what's going on with exactly in your life and with your concerns. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at the second deck. That's the Blue Fairy. So for those that have picked the little Blue Fairy, we're going to do the same. So we're going to look at the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and weekend. All right. So let's do a little prayer centering around it. What we need to know about our week, what steps to take, what's the advice. Okay. We have the beginning of the week. Like this one, wanted to come, and now let's put the end of the week. All right. So let's see the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday for you. And we have the Page of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Look at that. So the main energy here is, we start with swords, air element. And we have the page, right? And the page, what it is, it's the energy of somebody that's young. And what that means is when we think about people that are young, right? What is it? It's curiosity. It's sometimes even impulsivity. It's that young energy, somebody who still has to learn things, right? And we couple it with swords, that's the air element. And this is telling you the beginning of this week, be curious, right, about any ideas, any thoughts that come to you, right? What is it that you may need to learn from what's going on, right? So if there are some challenges or anything, this is time to investigate. What can I learn from it, right? That's very important. So instead of dwelling on if something is negative or bad or, dwelling on that, it's like, what can I learn from it? What is the thing that this is happening? What is the reason and what's the opportunity and what can I learn from it, right? This is how you approach the beginning of the week. And the steps to take is once you identify, you start by saying, hey, what can I learn from this situation? Or, approach it with curiosity. And then it's like, what steps can I take? The Eight of Wands is we go from earth to fire, and you see it's rapid energy here. So once you identify this, like what steps can I take to make this situation better for me? So it's a beginning of the week. It's a lot about digging and self-awareness of like your thoughts. The air is your thoughts. So what are you thinking about? What is um, taking space in your mind right now? And so what can you learn from what's going on, from your concerns? And then what steps can I take, right? Because if you are like thinking of things that you can do, action that you can take, it's going to make a rapid movement. So whatever steps you take that have to do with your concern or what's in your mind right now, it's going to impulse rapid action. So it's going to create changes. In usually this card is in a positive way. You see how we have the sun here. So again, what's on your mind right now and what can you learn from it? And then what step can you take to change the situation fast? So here we go. So earth and fire element. And now in the middle of the week, we have the devil and the nine of cups. Again, I know I've repeated many times, and other tarot readers say it too, but it's very important because when people see the devil, people get scared. It's one of the scary cards of the tarot. And that's because of the idea we have of the devil, right? But it's important is for you not to fear it. Don't fear this card because this card is not about an evil spirit or the devil around you. No, 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 no. So take that out. The devil just says something is out of balance, right? And usually, what it means is that we may be focusing on something that is frivolous or earth materialistic, like we could maybe be focusing too much on money or too much on what we look like or shopping and spending money or other things is it's anything that get us out of balance. So like perhaps we are interested in somebody just for what they look like or for the money they have, so things that are not spiritual, that the energy is not high vibration. So this is what's telling you, right? So coming from this, that it's saying something is on your mind, investigate what's going on, right? And then take good steps forward. But then you need here in the middle of the week is telling you, hey, really look at if you are out of balance, right? What are you focusing on that may not be seen as something for your highest good, or maybe seen as as something that is either frivolous, materialistic, or not kind, really. So again, it's to think of that awareness, right? Because what you want to do is go back in balance. And look, the card that clarifies or that couples with the devil here is the Nine of Cups, and this is a positive card. And this is telling you cups are water, the water element, so emotion and your heart chakra and all of that. So this is telling you, see if you're out of balance. See if you're focusing too much on aesthetic, the physical, how something looks, or materialistic, money, or, or maybe even when it comes to food, not eating healthy and not taking good care of your health, and instead like eating bad or overeating. And also, are you wishing well to others? Because you are more than entitled not to like everybody in this world, or, or not to want certain people in your life, or, not to um, have forgiven certain things. However, um, do not wish anybody bad. Always send blessings and, and keep your karma um, clear. And that's mostly what it's telling you. And this is saying, in order for you to get out of these imbalances, to focus on what's good, to focus on goodness, and to focus on things that come from the energy of love, right? And that's, it's a number 9. And that's how you are going to find your own success, right? It's by focusing on the energy of love. Now, for the weekend, we have the star again, the star and the Queen of Wands. And here, the star, another major arcana. Look, if you follow the advice of the cards, the energy shifts again for the weekend and you get the star. You are being guided by the divine, and your star is there. You have like that star quality, right? So it's saying, hey, you focused on goodness, you focused on love, and this is the weekend is your time to shine. And the in order to do that, or the step to take for that, is to embody the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, again, fire element, is somebody that's passionate, right? And it's a feminine energy again. So how do we embody this queen to be the star, to be following our star? And it's saying, you know what, it's time to take care of yourself and your passions. The things that light you up, what's the fire inside you. And this queen is saying, take care of that. The things that light you up. It could be your partner, your spouse, your children, your job, your friends, or a cause that you feel is important, either the environment, animals, or any other cause of advocacy. Whatever lights you up is telling you focus on that, because it lights you up, because you're going to be following your star. It's kind of like follow your joy, follow what you're passionate about, and then it's what you're being called to do. So these are the cards. So a lot of different energy. Let's do a quick recap. At the beginning of the week, what's on your mind and what can you learn from it? Take a step towards, changing the situation or changing the things that are in your mind, because the energy is going to move out quickly out of that. But then examine in the middle of the week if you're out of balance. What is it that you are out of balance in? What are you focusing on? And instead, focus on love, on the energy of love, on goodness, right? And then the weekend shifts that all over again, and it's saying, hey, you're being, you're being guided. The star is, you're a star that it's being guided by the divine. So what's the fire inside you? What is your passion? And this is a time to nurture that. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and again, reach out for a private reading so we can look at your specific situation. Now, let's go with the last card, the last deck, the last fairy, and that's the yellow one. All right, so we're going to do again the same thing. We're going to look at the beginning of the week, middle of the week, and end of the week. Let's do a little prayer to center. Okay, what do we need to know for this week? What steps can we take? Guide us. Beginning of the week. Oops. Oh, they are jumpy. These ones want to talk. Let's see the end of the week. Two came out. Perfect. There we go. Let's look at how the week begins for us, Monday and Tuesday. And here we have another Three of Cups, like the deck before. Again, what is it telling you? It's more or less the same thing, that it's about connection with others. It's about the people that you love and that love you. So the cards are mostly saying, it's time for connection, and here a lot of this connection could be friendships and spending time with them. So here what I'm getting mostly is like, think if there is somebody that you have been neglecting, right? because the energy here is connect with somebody that you may have been neglecting. That's what's important. So think when sometimes to get the right answer is just we center in silence, we put the hands over our chest, our heart chakra, and say, hey, who have I been neglecting? How can I create connection with that person again? And here we have the Earth Mother, that is the Empress. And this is because mostly, it's telling you the reason why you may need to reach out to this person that you've been neglecting is because they need you. So they need that energy of the Empress, that it's a motherly, loving, and nurturing energy. So there may be somebody in your life that may be needing you at this time, or maybe even that you need them and you may have neglected them. So it's all about connecting with somebody either from your past or somebody that's in your present that you're not reaching out to, and uh, creating that because they may either need you or you may need them. So try to investigate who these people are for you, and also spend time with the people that love you. It's not about starting your week focusing on work and projects and other things. It's about starting your week thinking about the people you love. All right. And the energies for the middle of the week. We have, the star also come. The star, I think, came out in every single deck. So we have the star and we have the Five of Pentacles. So here, yes, the middle of the week is telling you, a major arcana. There is like a kind of like a divine influence on you at this time. And it's telling you, what, pay attention to the signs from spirit, from the divine. It's time to pay attention to these signs. So these would be Monday and Tuesday. So here we're looking at Wednesday and Thursday. So honestly, either center, ground, meditate, pray, anything that's your spiritual practice, connect with the divine, connect with the spirit, because you're being guided to something. And that is because the Five of Pentacles, the energy of the Five of Pentacles could be in the air, and that's an energy that it's like this person here is feeling excluded, or it's going through what could be either a financial worries, or feels like kind of like they are left out in the cold. So this is why it's very important that in the middle of the week you create that connection to spirit. It doesn't matter what your religious or spiritual path is here. It's about creating connection and looking for the signs so you can actually not worry about anything that could be finances or that aspects of the material life, because this is pentacles and feeling like you're left out there. But remembering you are part of the divine is part of you. And as a spiritist, I always say, you have friends. Even if you don't see them, you have friends in the spirit realm. You have angels, you have ancestors. So you're not alone. Connect with them and connect with Source. All right. Now let's look at the end of the week. And we have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So the end of the week, the weekend, it's all about energy that it's, having accomplished things this week, right? So there may have been a lot going on this week, and you feel like you are carrying a lot, and it's the weekend. So this is saying, what, do not feel defeated at this time. To the contrary, it's a time to focus on gratitude for everything you have, for enjoying time with people that you care about, and doing not only that, but the Ten of Pentacles is celebrating also everything that's a blessing and that you're grateful for. So if you're ending the week of and it has been draining, this is a time to just focus on gratitude. It's if it's related to work that you feel completely exhausted, burnt out, it's time to leave work behind this weekend and and change the focus into blessings, into gratitude. And, also what I'm sensing is that it could be, if you're here in the Northern Hemisphere now that the spring is here, it could be time. I'm sorry, I think you've seen my kitty just pass by. So it could be time to maybe, do something outside. Here, look at this beautiful image that's outside. Do something outside. Go for a day trip. Go to, festival, fair. Go to a park. Just to spend some time outside, focusing on the blessings and trying to disconnect from what causes burnout or what has had you drained this week. So these have been the cards for this week. Let's recap. You want to connect with somebody that you may have neglected because they may need you, you may need them. So it's, again, connect with those that love you, connect with somebody that's on your mind that you've been thinking about, and reach out and see how you can help them or let them know that you need them, right? And the middle of the week is all about connecting to source, to spirit, to the divine, so you can feel that connection and that grounding. And it's you need that to get out of any worries or anything that is troubling you. So when we think of our connection to God, the divine spirit, however you want to call it, when we have that connection, it helps us through moments that are difficult. So that's why it's important, and we get messages. And we have that for the weekend. It's about leaving work or anything that has drained you in the past and focusing on gratitude and blessings, spending time outside and doing something that recharges you. Well, I hope you also have a fantastic week and take what resonates with you. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot. And also, reach out for a private reading. I offer different options on, that can accommodate different budgets, and we do that online. We can do it either via video call, phone call, or even via chat if that's what you prefer. Although I would say video or phone is preferably, but if there are some people that prefer a chat reading, we can certainly do that as well. All right, and have a great week. Make it a great week. And remember, you're not alone, and connect to Source. Brightest blessings. Bye.